Mic check, mic check. How y'all feeling today? Give me 1 second, I'm still setting up. Uh, all right. What's going on, Bougie Gang? It is your boy Teddy, aka Zay So Bougie, aka that mother. Yeah. So today, you know, we guys, I mm, 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 mm. So today, guys, we're going to be getting into some Kool-Aid and Ciroc, right? Unfortunately, what I had planned for today was just to do a little bit of Tekken off stream and try to get some characters to the next high rank and just talk to the homies and just have a smooth day. That was my plan for today. That was my plan for Saturday. Unfortunately, when I woke up, like when my eyes said, time to get up, I just I just received some lovely DMs. I received some lovely messages that I just think, could have been handled a lot differently. So what I'm doing is I'm reciprocating energy, meaning I'm returning the favor since people wanted to go public about certain things. Now, Teddy's gonna go public about certain things, right? Reciprocating the energy. Um, so we're gonna have a nice little chat today. I don't plan on doing any games. It's just a chat. Everybody can, there's gonna be more people in here to say their piece because this is technically not my fight. The only reason why I'm doing this is again to reciprocate energy and to kind of I want you guys to understand that sometimes it's okay to be the bad guy. You know? Now for me, if you know me, if you had a conversation with me, whether it was VC or texting or you just know me, I have said multiple times I have no problem being the bad guy, right? And some people might want to know, like, what do I mean by that, right? So you're always going to be the bad guy in someone's eyes, right? Um, Now, for me, if you want to say that I'm petty, if you want to say that I'm messy, if you want to say that I'm petty and messy, if you want to come for my looks, if you want to come for my sexuality, but whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? If that makes me the bad guy in your eyes, that's fine, right? However, comma, what I have a problem with is when you're lying on my name, right? When you're not practicing what you're preaching. For example, if I tell you to go to the DMs if you have a problem, right? But I'm the same one calling people out in a public server. Aren't you guys gonna say, but didn't you just say, how are you gonna, right, practice what you preach, right? Okay. Y'all get where I'm going with this, right? Okay, cool. So, like I said, this is just me reciprocating energy. There are some people involved that I want them to tell their side. And we always have receipts. So if anyone wants to see the proof, we always have it. Because one thing about Teddy, he provides receipts. And I feel like people who are more involved or like who get involved with me a lot more, like who speak to me, are starting to pick that up too. Because it's good to have receipts. You just never know, right? Because people want to say, oh, I never said this, I never done this. But one thing about me, I'm always going to stand on what I say and do, right? And this is more like a history repeating itself. I'll get into that a little later as we're getting into the tea. So please get your little, I hope you have food, a drink, or whatever you guys are going to do, because this is going to be an interesting story. It's going to be an interesting story. So let me read some of the comments and then we'll get on Discord and we'll go from there. Hey Bird, I see you. Fen, what's up, man? How's your day been going? My day's been well, bro. I can't complain. I'm always gonna be good. As you guys see, I got this little fresh cut, you know? Gotta look cute for the camera. Prodigy, what's up, bro? Vontae, what's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, okay. You know, got some people. My usual gang, you know. Gang. Okay, so let me run into Discord. And oh, I don't see the general chat anymore. Give me a second. Hello, people of Earth. Yes, sir. How you doing? Okay. Bird, are they able to hear the chat or do I need to fix something? Should be good. Oh, can't hear Ergo. Okay. Let me see. That is so weird. Yo, Jay, what's up, bro? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea how to fix that. I may just have to call from my phone and do it that way again. Cause I don't know why. Okay, hold on. Let me just do that. Just answer from my phone and we'll go from there. Cause I think it's something to do with my settings on Discord, but I didn't change anything. That's the weird part. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine now. I just updated Discord. Can you guys talk and see? Just talk about something. I don't care.
Hello.
Yo.
Greetings.
Should be picking up.
That's fine.
Bird, can you hear anything now? If not, I'll have to tweak it. Have you got streamer mode enabled? Yeah, I have that enabled. Yeah, oh, you hear him? Okay. Okay. Hear them fine. Okay, cool. All right. You guys are good. All right. So, we hear them now. All right. Bet. Okay, cool. So, Chapin, what's up, bro? All right. So, I don't know who really wants to start first. I guess Ergo, you can tell your side, and then Vontae, because it has to do with you as well. And Bird, me and you just have to pretty much explain how history is repeating itself, because remember, me and you had got called out for what we did, but we'll get to that. So Ergo, floor is yours.
Well, basically, I'm over here in like a Discord type HR case where I quote unquote supposedly doxed. May I say his name? Is that okay?
Sure.
I doxed Mr. Cuban Iron Man. Supposed dox, where I sent his selfie picture of him in our chat and compared it to a Discord mod meme with the same pose, and we all got a couple of laughs in. But fast forward to this morning, I get added in a lewd server by Cuban Iron Man, which he questions me: one, did I ever insult you? And two, how did you receive that picture of me? And as I was getting ready to type out my spiel in the chat, a little birdie decided to ban me completely without even having a say in anything that I wanted to say. Instead of Cuban coming to me personally and talking it out thoroughly, he decided to add it completely in a lewd server so everyone can see what's going on, because certain people in there like a certain type of beef, as always, but some of them won't hold it accountability like myself, which, yes, I did send that in our server. I do take accountability for that. I do, which I did apologize to Teddy, of course, because it was wrong for me to do. I do apologize to absolutely fucking nobody except Teddy himself.
I loved it.
And
Go ahead.
I said my piece, but I'm gonna personally, to anybody that is in a lewd server who may or may not be watching this, I'm gonna read out to you what the definition of doxing somebody is. As in, personally identifiable information which may or may not include, such as name, home address, social security, driver's license, home address. Nothing in that says a simple selfie that was posted on social media is considered doxing somebody in this world. So they can take that as a grain of salt, or they may be triggered. But for one thing that I know, with about 85% of people within that chat, you know who you are and you know that I am speaking towards you. Definitely should look up the definition of accountability in this world, because some of you don't know what that is or can't hold accountability anymore. And to a other simple person, I'm still waiting on a response.
Thank you. Thank you for your lovely words, Ergo. That was very sweet of you.
You're welcome. Of course.
Basically, what Six done to myself. Doxing is not posting a pic. Exactly, right? Okay, Finn, you understand that, right? Okay. So before Vontae comes in and says his piece, I just want to address one thing. Ergo, we spoke in DMs. I do accept your apology. I do wish that these people either came to me about it because they know it's my server, or they came to you and spoke to you about it. What's also interesting is that you reached out to said person, and you said that you never got a response. Is that
I
correct?
never did receive a response. Would you like me to read the message that I personally sent her?
Sure.
personally sent this certain woman a specific message, even friended her because messages are turned off. I said, "So I'm here. Would you like to talk this out, or shall we just let this message rot in here for the next couple of days before you respond to me?"
And you never got a response.
And I never got a response.
Okay.
And to another person who decided to add me in the server, throughout my entire 10-hour shift at work, I did not receive a single text message from him.
Interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but wasn't this person the same one who said if there's any issues, DM them, like DM said person?
Yes.
Right.
There are receipts of that certain message that was actually sent yesterday as well.
Okay. So
during a full stream.
Right. So the fact that this person said that, they get a DM and pay it dust, that's quite interesting, if you ask me. Right?
It's very interesting
Yeah,
because
right.
in my opinion, as a mod, for yourself, example, as a mod, if people were to reach out to you and if certain things are either uncomfortable or they want to say something to get it off their chest, they come to you and speak it privately. And as a mod, you of course handle that situation. You go to the other person that's causing all the either commotion, drama, or anything going on in the server, and you speak it out with them.
Very, very nice, Ergo. See, guys, you see how Ergo just came, he took accountability. Well, you know what? I think we need to go over what accountability is, but we'll get to that in a second, right? He said he took accountability. If you guys didn't hear, just rewind. He took accountability and he apologized to me, right? So when you take accountability for what you say and do, right? That's how people can move forward, right? How can beef be squashed if both parties won't take accountability for what they said and done? And it's always seems to be one-sided. And that's the big problem, right? So I want us all to really listen to all this stuff we're about to get into, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So the next person is Vante, because this involves him as well. Vante, you may come in, say your piece, read the messages if you'd like, and we'll continue.
Alrighty. So if it sounds a little bit muffled, I got it in my AirPods.
No, you sound
I'm
fine.
walking. I'm about to get ready to go have dinner with some friends. Okay. So when I woke up this morning, I had saw Ergo's message about they kicked me from a loot server.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had said they're so fragile, I was speaking in the sense of when we were having that discussion about the DLC thing, about Eddie. Because that whole agree to disagree, like either way, you paid money for a middle edition. You still paid money for that character. So that's what I thought it was about. So I didn't see, because I don't get pings from a lose server. So, and when I woke up and looking at that, so then that was the whole thing. So when someone sent the screenshot of me and Ergo's conversation in the group chat, that's when Violet had said about it's not fragility when someone is being doxxed. So my whole thing was explaining, let's not worry about doxing right now. What we're looking at is just how no one is taking accountability for their actions, because it's always the whole, you want to lump someone in with their friends, like, and just, you got to shrug it off. Don't worry about that. Like, no, that's not what it is, because your friends or associates said racist and homophobic remarks. Did you hold them accountable? Another friend also was forgiving his doxer, but then you're going to say whatever they want to do is their own business. But you're against doxing. But because it's your friend saying that they forgave their doxer, it's fine? No, because sensitive information was given out. It wasn't the same situation where it was just a picture. Your friend's information came out, address, family information. So we were going back and forth. You didn't address anything that I said within my statement because you think I was coming for you when I asked you what you do for a living. It's not even about that. I was just asking because you are in these spaces where you're around nothing but toxicity. Go live your life. I'm not asking you just your day-to-day 9 to 5. I'm just asking, like, what do you do? Because you're having all this time to be in these type of spaces. There's something like you're still just attracted there. And it's not about the mindship or the power. From what we've seen throughout the past year or two, that's kind of what it is. And you don't want to accept that. But that's really what it comes down to. You talking about you don't care about a mindship, you don't care about power. So before you even make the excuse of, well, somebody paid for my modship. So you could have just rescinded that. You don't have to be a mod. Especially you don't have to be a mod for someone that you called a loser in an interview that you did. So it's just the one thing, like, so yeah, during that conversation, when I had it with Dante, I said that how it was handled should have never been handled the way it was. It shouldn't have been in general. And I admitted to that because that makes us no better than these trolls and locals that do the same thing. So I admitted to that. Like, it wasn't, yeah, it's not right. It's not right what happened. But at the same time, we can't just like say that, oh, well, side A is doing horrible things, but not also look at side B. Because it's just whataboutism. That's all it is. That's all it is. But I just want to say my piece. I have no issues with you. I don't know you at all. I just, it's just from what I see. It ain't about what nobody else tells me. It's from what I've seen. And you have to just stop acting holier than thou. You first and foremost, you need to stop talking to people condescendingly. Like you think that you're the smartest thing going. You're not. You're not. Because you think someone's their fragile mind state or anything like that. No, it wasn't fragility. At first I thought it was about the DLC stuff. That's what I thought it was about. I didn't see that message where you said that to about him getting kicked out of the server. I didn't see that. I don't get messages from a loose server unless someone pings me. So unless it's Zay, Turtle, or anybody that I know that pings me, you were the first one to ping me, and it went immediately there. That entire conversation thread, when people were commenting, I didn't see that. I don't have notifications set up of a loose server. So at the end of it, I'm cool. Like, all that happened, I'm enjoying my day. Like, I am at a convention right now. I'm gonna go grab food with friends. Like, I'm enjoying my weekend. You talking about traveling? Yeah. You said about if there's a problem, bring it to my DMs. What is the point? You just heard Ergo say he wrote you, and you didn't answer his DM. So what is the point of me writing you, and you're gonna do the same thing to me? And that's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Vontae, for your lovely words.
No problem.
Yeah, of course. Prodigy, I know you're in here. I know you have been around for quite some time. I don't know if you have anything you want to say before I continue. If he's even there, probably not. Yeah, he's probably not there. Bird, so Bird, this is where you come in, right? So remember when, we had a situation to where me and you were, saying how we felt about said person, and, a screenshot was sent out, and we got called out for it, and we stood 10 toes on how we felt and how we said, right? So you see how history is repeating itself, right? We got called out for what we did, Ergo got called out for what he did, and he's still standing on what he said. It's just crazy how people keep saying do this, but they're not doing what they said that everyone should do, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about history repeating itself? Exactly.
Same shit, different day, right? Like, at the end of the day, bro, it's boring as shit. All of us are over it. We've long been over it. They all still on their bullshit. So, I mean, like, at the end of the day, what do we do? Because, again, bro, we stand on what the fuck we said. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't your friend. Like, I am not your fucking friend. Like, I do not care. It's simple as that. It's like, move on. You're a grown adult. Get on with your life. It's really that simple.
I don't know. Guys, I just, okay, so again, I'm doing this because have you guys ever heard the saying, like, get away with murder? Like, you know how people just feel like they're untouchable, they're unstoppable, like they just can't be checked. It's kind of like that. Like, we can't sit here and allow people to continue to get away with murder, right? Unfortunately, people just will, I guess, never take accountability for what they say and do. Because, like I said, this whole thing could have been avoided, right? Had somebody just DM'd me, right? All you had to do was DM me and say, listen, you got to talk to Ergo because what he did was not okay. And I would have said, okay, let me talk to him. You know what I'm saying? All that could have been avoided. But instead, we took it out of my server. We brought it in another server, right? We called Ergo out in another server, right? Because this happened in my server, not the other person's server. They took it, somebody took a screenshot from my server. We'll get to that in a second. Sent it to this woman, allegedly, right? This is just what I've been told, right? And then this person sent it to Cuban, right? So why, first of all, why would this person, whoever this, I don't know who it is. I don't know who did it. I'd rather the person just come forward and say, hey, I did it, and we can just move forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not upset that you did it. It's just shocking that you stirred all this up, right? Because you could have easily, even you, the person who did it, you could have came to me and said, yo, you got to talk to Earl because that's not okay. And then if I didn't do something, then I could see why you brought it to whoever, right? But no one came to my DMs about it, right? You brought it to your friend, and then they brought it to him. So it's kind of like, what was the point? And then he decides to call Ergo out in another person's server. And then before Ergo could even defend himself, he got the boot. He got kicked out, right? So then the argument still was going in another server. The argument was going on in another server when someone could have just DM'd me, right? And then you turn around and say, if you got a problem, DM me. This Ergo DM'd you, sis. He DM'd you and you paid the message dust. Like, I just, it's very clear that none of us are gonna be able to see eye to eye. At least I can say that everybody on this side takes accountability for what they say and do, because I know I have. I have yet to hear anybody. Well, some people did take accountability on their side, but they still was kind of fake because they were doing fake stuff. But anyway, accountability. But okay, before we get to accountability, right? To the person who decided to send the screenshots, right? Because it was multiple. It was more than one. It was 2 screenshots, as far as I know. You're making it worse on yourself by not coming forward. I'm just going to be very honest with you, right? Because now all the mods are going to be on it, right? Including myself. We're all going to be on it, right? So when we find out who you are, right? Just don't be surprised. That's all. All you have to do is come forward and let me know, and we could just move forward. But the longer you're waiting, you're just making it hard on yourself. Now we all have our like suspicions, like, you know, it could be this person, it could be that person, but we have no proof. We could ask, but we already know those are rhetorical questions because based off of how people are, they're not going to tell us. And that's fine, you know. But for me, if someone really wanted to know, I would be like, oh yeah, it was this person. Oh yeah, it was me. Because I'm always going to stand on what I do. Because there people have confronted me about sending screenshots, and I said yes, absolutely, it was me. I'll even show you that it was me. I ain't gotta lie, but people say I'm too blunt. My mouth is crazy, all types of stuff, right? But I'm still cute. Anyway, bless hearts, bless these hearts, you know. I know Prodigy has something he wants to say, but before we get into that, well, you know what? Prodigy, speak your piece, and then I want to get into accountability and stories, right? I want to have a little story time about accountability, right? So, Prodigy, the floor is yours.
Whoa. Goddamn, here we are again. Back at it again. Goddamn. All right, y'all. So let me just real quick introduce myself, even though Zay already said it. Just quick introduction. So some of y'all know me as your boy Prodigy, and then from some that recently came into Zay's Twitch, his Twitch channel, as he started streaming, some know me as the Blazing Sun. So take that as you may. So as this was going on, you know what I'm saying? I was actually doing stuff because I have a life. I'm not just sitting in Discord holding mod chip in my hand, being a goofball. We have lives. As everything was coming on, I was reading everything. As everybody knows, we all went into our own little groups and we started talking. So the one thing that multiple things, but the more presidential things that took place, and what I mean by that is the most important matters, was the way that
you got to use small words.
Those will not be named. Mm-hmm. We're not going to name names because we want to keep it PG. Want to keep it safe.
Got you.
The one that was speaking the most, yapping a lot, was very condescending. They were nitpicking points to make their own narratives and stuff, and they were just trying to spin information to kind of make Vontae look bad. Mm-hmm. So my only thing with that is that you can't be doing that when you yourself, one, don't know how to take accountability, and two, you be power gaming. No, you're probably sitting there scratching your useless brain, racking whatever brain cells you got, trying to figure out what power gaming is. Let me help you. Take a seat right here. So power gaming is when you use your authority or try to assert whatever kind of power that you have over someone to make them feel less superior to you, or in this case, not equal. So what you were doing when you were speaking to Vontae was you were acting condescending and you were trying to portray yourself as this more mature, I put this in quotations because I know you can't see me. You're trying to be the more mature person and say that you could have taken it to DMs, you didn't have to do it here, and we could have talked in person. We see the game. We see the game. what you want people to do is you want them to message you first so that you can make it seem like you were trying to be the bigger person when in reality you were just trying to make it seem like you were playing peacekeeper while also contributing towards the chaos happening in both servers. That's not what you do. You and your little gang of creatures that be sitting around the nighttime table and just twiddling with your disgusting gnarly fingers and shit needs to understand is that you as mods need to be like, you know what, instead of making this a whole public matter, let's take the two people that were engaged in the conflict, bring them in here, and then if anybody else was also a part of this situation, we also bring them in so that we can handle it in a mature manner that doesn't involve everybody knowing what the fuck's going on. Because I'm in the server as well, I seen it. There were multiple people saying, y'all could have took this to DMs. Y'all could have took this to DMs. Why are y'all not in DMs? So my only question would be, whether you watch this or not, and even if you do, I don't think your simple brain will be able to comprehend simple words. So I'm gonna break it down as best I can. Why did you not speak to Zay, the owner of the server? You could have easily been like, hey, this person in your server is doing this to a person in this server, and I don't think we need to have that happen. Can you speak to this person? I'm going to speak to that person, and let's see if we could come to some sort of middle ground where we're not having this blown out of proportion and having this done in public. Bing, bang, boom. We wouldn't have what we have right now. I'm sorry. I forgot. You love the attention. You love the drama. It's pretty apparent by the way you be, you jump in shit. You talking about you don't like this person, but you modding for this person. You talking about you don't like drama, but you bringing it into the limelight. You confusing me. You confusing me. You killing my brain cells. I'm about to be looking like you, drooling on the couch. You're looking crazy. Let me take that back. Let me stop. All I'm gonna say is, when you're a mod, especially for someone you don't like, which I find crazy, at least put in the effort to make sure that there's some kind of peace between two servers. You know what I'm saying? And don't make it this whole, there's a little bit of drama, let me just put it out there, let's see, let's get some reactions. You don't need that. Like, it's very simple. Just go to the owner of the server, tell them, yo, look, this person was doing this, let's bring both of them together, let's sit them down, let's come to a good conclusion, and then let's leave it at that. But you like to power game, and we see that, because you can't even take accountability, like I said before. So you know what? Whatever happens, happens, and I just hope that you can find maybe one more brain cells to figure out that certain shit like this, you don't need to put out there at all. You can easily resolve it in private without having to make a big spectacle out of it. Like, this was one thing that didn't need to be brought to attention. So that's just that thing. And I know, I think it was Bird, and I know Zay also said it. To the weird interloper that is in our server, that is sending pictures, when we find out who you are, you will be jailed. You will be jailed, and then you will be banned. We don't like snakes in here. We don't like people that start problems with other people for zero reason. We already talked to Ergo, and we told him what you did was wrong, yes. And he took accountability for it, and he owned up to it. Is he apologizing to said person? No, because and in my eyes too, he really did do nothing wrong, because said person posted that picture themselves. But that's a whole different story, because not a lot of people understand what doxing means. We just throw that word around without knowing anything. We think we smart and we not. So like I said, we're not gonna go there. But like I said, to that person, we gonna find you. We gonna find you, and we gonna jail your stupid ass. And then we gonna ban your little crooked teeth ass, because again, we don't like drama. Enjoy this while you can, little nigga, because we finding you. And that's my piece.
We're gonna get that cheek.
Thank you, Prodigy, for your lovely words. So guys, before I get to the conclusion, again, I just want to have a little story time. If you guys don't mind, everyone in here, I would like for everyone to explain accountability, right? Like, tell us you don't have to say the full story if you don't want to, but tell me tell us the last time you took accountability for something you said and or did, you apologized and you made it right. So I would like to know if you guys are okay with that. So I don't know who wants to go first.
I have a really good one.
Oh, sure, Bert. The floor is yours. Go for it.
You know what? Let me just settle this right now. Since there's a whole lot of theories and rumors out there about Bird being homophobic or transphobic, right? You want to know my story of accountability? I got angry and made one joke, right? Because, again, I'm Australian, we have very savage humor. I made a joke, yes, bad joke, in bad humor, to, I'm not going to say her name, they know who they are.
Yes.
And now this drama has gone on for nearly 8 months or whatever it is. I apologized to that person the next morning, twice. In call, I got woken up by Roxas at 3 a.m. to apologize to her, which, yes, I steamed out on that because who the fuck wakes me at 3 a.m. for one? 2, I then messaged her privately afterwards and apologized. That was all cleared from there on out, right? And then the same motherfucker that's still, to this day, claiming that I'm this, that, the other, pushing that gender, is the same one that came at me about my disabilities. Then apparently they have the same thing, right? So we've learned. And guess what? Guess who was the first person to defend me when he came at me that day in public when I was streaming Evo? The same person that I offended that first time and took accountability. So there we go with my accountability story.
Thank you, Bird, for your lovely words. And that is true. There are receipts for all of this. I did talk to Bird and say that was wrong. He apologized to her, and they're all good. Now, what's interesting about that story, again, is she's the same one who defended Bird when this person came at Bird for his situations. And then again, turned around and told Turtle and myself that he suffers the same thing. Isn't that crazy, Chad? Do you guys know what words? I'm sorry. Do you know what words go with that? Let me break it down for you. The first word is double. The second word is standards. Would you like me to use a smaller word? Okay, I got you. Hypocrisy. No? Y'all with me? Okay. Right? So we can't do that, guys. We can't do that. We can't say Bird was wrong and then turn around and do the same thing. We can't say Bird was wrong for this, but then I turn around and do the same thing. I can't come at Bird for something and then come to find out I have the same thing. If I have 12 toes and I tease Bird because he has 14, you're gonna be like, but Zay, you have 12 toes. So how are you gonna tease Bird for having 2 extra ones? Like, I don't get that. Child. Well, again, Bird, thank you for your lovely words. Does anybody want to go next?
Oh, right here.
Oh, Turtle, how are you?
Little time.
Turtle. What's your accountability story? Yes, go ahead.
So my accountability story stems from multitude of things. I have gone on record to state that the things that have happened with me, dramas in the past, the things that I have done wrong, and I've taken accountability and have said that I was wrong for doing said things. However, I will say that it was only me who took accountability for what I have done, and people are deflecting and taking the blame away from themselves and putting it either onto others. When people, again, like Praji has said, thrown around that word, because I was doing some digging. I was busy today. I had a lot of things to do. What I will say is that, what I will say is that, looking at things, the said person that allegedly got doxxed, that they were using a picture that they sent on their own accord in a general chat. And correct me if I'm wrong, when I tried to get on somebody for making fun of me for something that I said in a general VC, that person defended that person by saying, "Oh, you said that in a general VC." So my issue comes from the fact that if we're going to spread this narrative, spread this thing that somebody did something, because again, what was done was wrong. I am not trying to say that wasn't the case. Okay, sure, whatever. I see shit talk on both sides. This isn't this isn't the thing. However, like people have told me how I handled my situations in the past, that they should have been done differently. Yeah, I think they should have been done differently, and I think I have the ability to say that. I don't care. When it came to people even saying that was even a thing, knowing that people have gone on record to state that you actually partook in doing the same thing that other people did, like having their face as a PFP or whatever, whether you knew the person or not. You need to know that you did that, and people know that you did that. Again, I'm not putting out any names, because like I said, the people know what they did. I know what I did. I've shit talked before. However, what I need people to understand is that I will not tolerate disrespect towards my name. I will not tolerate lies towards my name. If you talk shit to me and I haven't even interacted with you and you want to throw shade at me, expect me to talk back at you. And don't get upset when I come back at you and you don't like the way I come back at you, because I didn't want you to come back at me. So we need to take accountability for the things that we say. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I am not for any of the Hilliakish drama BS. I block people. I don't interact with people. I mind my own business. I do something, a side comment is made, I'm gonna respond. I don't care. You're not ruining my day. Or sometimes you'll say something or I'll pay it dust. Because at the end of the day, you don't pay my bills. Not for positivity. However, like I said, if we want to go down this rabbit hole that somebody did something wrong, like doxing, no. That wasn't the case. And even then, there's still receipts of that, of what that person sent, still in the server to this day from said person.
Don't we also
Oh, go ahead. No, I was gonna say this right now. No one tells anybody to send whatever they send. I feel as though when you're on the internet, this is regular internet safety, you should know that if you say something to anybody or you send personal information about yourself and someone gets a hold of it, they can do whatever they want with it. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Am I tripping?
No, you're right. 1,000%.
I don't think I am.
All right.
So when it comes to people wanting to, I don't know, act like they haven't done anything before, or try to make it seem as if what a person has done was wrong, but they've done the same thing, if not worse than one person, I think that's an issue.
So, Turtle, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Turtle.
Correct.
So I'm going to act like I don't know this, right? You just confirm whether it's true or not, right? So a little bird told me there are receipts of said person saying that this leader, or I'm sorry, this person doesn't take accountability for their actions.
Yes.
Is that true?
Correct.
Can it be proven?
Yeah.
Can it be proven?
Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be proven through VC.
Interesting. Y'all hear that, guys? There are receipts of this. Just know when something comes from me, 9 times out of 10 I can prove it. So what Turtle's saying is,
there's a difference between taking accountability and deflecting. There's a difference between taking accountability and deflecting. What that particular person does is deflect and try to shift blame onto others, or say that they have no part in what people do, and say that what they do does not have to deal with them or does not reflect what they do. However, they have gone on record to state that the people that do things that are associated with me reflect what I do. and how I operate. So I want to be very clear now. Either it works for everybody or it's for nobody. There is no rules for thee, not for me bullshit. That's all. That's all I want to say. All I want to say. If you have any more questions for me, Zay, you just ask me, brother.
No,
I'm here.
that's all. I appreciate you telling your accountability story. I appreciate you saying your side. I appreciate that. So Vontae, Ergo, and Prodigy. Well, Ergo, no, because technically you already said your accountability story, because that's why we're here, right? So we just have Vontae,
Correct.
Prodigy, and myself. So Vontae, if you want to go, Prodigy, if you want to go. Prodigy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay,
I'll go.
let's hear your accountability
Yeah.
story.
All right. So this happened like way before like I met any of y'all. So I just got to put that out there. It's like way back when. But probably like 2-3 years ago maybe. Me and my friends, like we were arguing about something. And it was probably going on for probably like 4 or 5 hours. Like we was really getting into the argument. And it was over something stupid. Basically the argument was like it was about how information got spread around about something stupid. It was really something stupid. It was like some anime bullshit. So me being like, you know, an information perfectionist, I'm always searching stuff up. So there was one part that I got wrong and I refused to like, you know, to let that down. Like I was going to die on that hill. Like I thought I was right. So my friend kept telling me like, yo, you need to chill. Like, you know, just search it up if you have to, because usually after a time, like if it gets too heated and I'm in a debate for too long, like I start to get a lot of people notice, but I'm already competitive. So I'll start to get competitive and I'll start to like, I'm either cursing or I'm getting annoyed. So I'm just start, you know, I might insult you, not like, you know, insult you heavily, but like insult you in a way that like, that hits you in your brain. Like intellectually, I'm going to insult you. So we was going back and forth for a while, like I said, and I searched it up and I found out I was wrong. And at that time, you know, it was probably like 30 minutes or an hour after we had stopped. And I didn't want to talk because, you know, I couldn't handle that I was wrong. So we probably didn't talk for probably like an hour, maybe even after like maybe 2 days, because that's how heated it got. And then, you know, after that, I texted him. Well, actually, no, we met up because we was meeting through a friend to go do something. And I told him, I pulled him to the side, you know, away from my friends and shit. And I was like, you know what, look, I was wrong. I can admit that I was wrong. You was right. You know, I want to apologize for, you know, calling you out your name, saying all that I said to you. He was like, it's cool. I get it. You know, that's how you are. You get competitive. And, you know, I was feeding the fire a little bit, so I apologize too. We both, you know, came to an agreement. We mutually respected what was going on. We shook hands. And then after that, we went about our way and everything was cool after that.
Thank you, Prodigy, for your lovely accountability story. See, you guys hear this? I love this. I love the accountability. I love it. Oh, Vontae, I'm sorry. The floor is yours.
No, you're good. You're good. So it's a similar story. You know, got into it with somebody. I didn't say a word. Person just still berated me, doing things like that. And a close friend of mine, a brother of mine, I tell him about what's going on. You know, I'm telling him, and then other people like, you know, this person is that. But I didn't have that same smoke to that person because I wanted to be passive in that moment in time. But I threw out that passiveness when I go into a group chat. Like, you know, we were all in the call together. So, you know, when that happens, my brother felt this type of way. And so, you know, my brother had the reason why he felt the way he did. So when he had stopped talking, you know, I wanted to give him some time because I didn't want it to make it seem like that's the type of person I am. And so he told me, yeah, I looked at you sideways, like when you said that, because it's like you had all the smoke for that person when we were in the call together, but you let him just say what he said to you in the beginning, but you played it off. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I fucked up because I'm not that type of person. I grew up like I don't get into stuff with nobody. Like if I get into it with you, it's like that's a problem because I don't mess with nobody. That's how I've always been. But I realized that I hurt my brother in the process. And I would rather not lose him over some ignorant BS, over that like somebody else because of what they said. But the next time I did get into that person, I let them have it. But it's just I took accountability and I took responsibility of my actions because my brother saw me in a different light. Because, why are you saying this, and this? Why didn't you say it to that person? And then I was just like, nah, I don't want to say it because, it's a Sunday, and that's how I was looking at it. But when I sat down and really realized it, especially when we weren't talking, that was wrong with me. And I shouldn't have done that. But I took accountability. I apologized to him. And we're good now. But he always told me, don't let nobody disrespect you. Don't ever let nobody disrespect you. No matter who it is. If you know that person, like if you know them in the flesh or not, don't ever let nobody disrespect you. And I took heed to that. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's all internet shit. It is, but no, we're not doing disrespect of no kind. I don't care who you are. Yeah, but that's my accountability story.
Thank you, Vontae, for your lovely accountability story. See this, guys? I love it. I love that everybody took accountability for whatever they said, whatever they did. And I just live for this, right? So let me just get into my story real quick. So a few years back, somebody I was with at the time, their cousin saw me in a club with a woman. I don't know why they went back to the person I was dating at the time, said that I was hugging up on her and doing God knows what, right? So that causes me and this person I was dealing with at the time to get into a heated argument, and we decided to go our separate ways based off of a lie, right? So the next day I ran into his cousin, the person I was dealing with, his cousin. I ran into him at like a park. I was meeting with a mutual friend. I didn't know they were gonna be there, but I was on like 7,000 because it was like, why are you being messy? So I had ice cream in my hand. I sat down. Again, I was on 7,000, so I was just kind of coming at him crazy. I was, because I was heated. Like, why are you trying to make it seem like I was, first of all, with a woman? Like, ew, So it got heated. Long story short, I threw my ice cream at him. We were trying to get to each other. Our friends, so I had my friend and then they had their friend. So they kind of was separating us. So we didn't get to each other, but we were really trying to get to each other. So when everything cooled down, I went home. 2 weeks go by. I meet up with the guy I was dealing with. He sat me down and wanted to know, because he wasn't there. So he sat me down because I wanted him to at least understand my side of the story. So when I told him everything that happened, he was like, you know what? You have some valid points. And I said, listen, I was wrong for throwing the ice cream. I should have came more calm, but I was just mad because like he made it seem like I was messing around with this woman. Like, why would he say that to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you came in on 7,000 like I was actually doing it. So it was just, I had so many emotions. So when I saw him, it was like attack mode. So I was like, you know what? I did not mean to try to get physical with your cousin. I apologize. Like that's not me. But I was just so mad, right? So he said, let's have a conversation. I'm not with him no more, obviously, but he said, I'm going to be the mediator. He's going to be the mediator and you guys have a conversation, right? So now the energy I gave him that day, he was giving it back to me because I was calm when we met again. He was the one on 7,000, which I could understand that because I did throw ice cream and it landed like right here. Like I did throw the ice cream at him. I did. So I could see why he was reciprocating energy. So I couldn't, like I could have, but I was just like, you know what? You're upset. I get it. But I just need you to own up to what you did. But he was so angry, he didn't even hear my apology. He didn't take accountability for what he did. Like, it was just my fault, period, right? So until the guy I used to be with, he got involved and checked him and said, listen, you had no right to lie and make it seem like he was doing something when he really wasn't. And then he said, Zay, you were wrong for throwing the ice cream, which I already apologized to him twice, but he was so angry that he didn't even hear it. So long story short, he said, you know what? I'm going to mind my business from now on. And I apologize to you. And hopefully we can move forward. I was like, I'm good. We got up, we hugged. Both of us took accountability. And that's just what it was. Like me and this person talk to this day. Like, how you doing? I can't wait to see. Like, come on now. Like, I have no problem letting stuff go. But when you take accountability is when we can move forward. He owned up to what he did. I owned up to what he did. I shouldn't have thrown the damn ice cream at him. But I was so mad. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell the person I was with that I was in a club with a woman. What? And then I thought he was crazy for believing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. The point is, I took accountability for what I did. He took accountability for what he did. We hugged. We're all good. So, accountability, right? Is when you take responsibility for something you say or do, right? Everybody that just spoke took accountability for what they said and what they did. And that's one main reason why I talk to them. I can converse with them. Because conversate is not a word, right? Not conversate, converse, right? So I just hope that by now, right, you guys understand what accountability is, what double standards are, how full of shit people are, you know, how ugly people can get. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing ugly over here. But, you know, that's fine. You know, Vontae, I'm sorry you had to go through this. Turtle, again, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm sorry you had to go through this.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Ergo, sorry you got kicked out of the server without even explaining yourself. But it's kind of a toxic community. As long as me, Turtle, Vontae, Prodigy, as long as we're all in there, it's probably gonna happen again because none of us tolerate BS. None of us take disrespect. You know, it is what it is. So I think what I have to do from now on is just kind of act like I'm not even in there. Unless somebody says something to me specifically or says my name, I don't, because it's never gonna go anywhere. Unfortunately, it's never gonna go anywhere. And it sucks that I have to do this. And again, I'm only doing it to reciprocate energy. My DMs are always open. You know what I'm saying? My new iPhone 17 Pro Max. They're always open. You can always reach out to me about how you feel, you know, but some people don't do that, you know, and then some people will say DM me and then just pay the DM dust. So it's kind of like, what's the point of you saying that? But anyway.
In my own eyes, I still came out on top, because at the end of the day, really is I still have all my friends around me, and that's all I really care about at this point. But just just a final message to a couple of certain people. My DMs are still open. I'm still waiting on a response back from you, said so person. So
Purple passion.
you can pay it in dust, or we can talk it out. You can speak to me. I'm available 24/7. I'll make time to speak towards you, but other than that, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
And I live by that too. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it, but don't say it, big dog. Like, for real. I would like to make something clear too. I'm assuming a set with somebody, and I kept it classy. I said GG's. A person makes a statement saying how I'm easy to beat. Okay, yeah, you can beat me in that game, but you can't beat me in Call of Duty, and I know you won't beat me in Call of Duty, and I mean that wholeheartedly. So if you ever think that you're good in every game that you play, you're not. That's why your ass ain't getting on Call of Duty, and I mean that shit.
Gotta love Turtle.
When it comes down to that simple fact alone, oh, I know I'm ass. But guess what? You can't take away my rank on Tekken. I don't care who you are. You can't take away my rank on Tekken. I earned that. You wanna call the character that I play carried? All right, cool. But I still got Bushin. And you can't take that away from me.
Wait, didn't said person say that they're DLC and they're carried? But isn't the person that you fought using a DLC character? Or am I missing something? Wait, Vontae, can you wait? Hold on. Vontae, can you? Hold on, Vontae, can you clear that up for me? Because we're Tekken. We know we're Tekken people. So, can you? Because I was told. Well, apparently to this person, Eddie is not considered DLC in Tekken 8. So, can you clear that up? Is Eddie a DLC character?
Yeah, I can. Yes, he is.
Okay. So
he was in season 1, just like Lydia, Heihachi, and Clive.
Okay. So my next question.
They're all DLC.
Okay.
Even if you can.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, so my next question is, when you bought it was a standard, deluxe, and ultimate version of Tekken 8, correct? Like it was okay. So when you got the deluxe or ultimate edition, right, you paid more than $70, I believe, right? Or $60. However much the standard one was. The standard was the cheapest, right? Yes. The standard was the cheapest.
Yeah, standard was 70.
Deluxe was like 90, or was it like 80 something?
90.
I think it was
and
80.
Silver
I think it was
one. Deluxe silver.
That's what it was.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is
when you had that.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I know you should make your point. No, you're fine. So it's like, even if there was a certain middle edition where after a certain period of time where you can say that, hey, I only paid for the middle edition of this game and I got my characters for free. No, you did not, because you still had to pay for DLC. It doesn't matter if you were gifted that, if somebody like paid for that character for you, or you paid for this certain edition, you still had to pay to get that character. Only because Eddie is not in the base roster.
So what Vontae's saying is, no matter if you got the standard, you had to pay, right? If you got the deluxe, you still paid more money. If you got the ultimate, you still paid more money. The only thing was, with the standard and ultimate, they gave you those characters. So therefore, the reason why you got them was because you paid more money. So therefore, you still paid.
Which currently, as of today, If you look up Hit Game Tekken 8 on the PlayStation or Xbox store, it is now updated with a Season 2 Deluxe Edition, meaning if you buy the Deluxe Edition of Tekken 8, you receive Season 2 characters as well.
Which
Meaning
means you're
I mean,
paying
yes,
extra money, meaning you're paying for
you're
the
paying
character.
$89 for the
Exactly.
game, which
Exactly.
in regular DLC characters roughly around what, $7.99?
Mm-hmm. So regardless, you're
So
still
you're still paying for a game.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up for you guys. Regardless.
And I
Oh,
also want to add, if you feel type of way, you want to actually see me in a game where you could actually, like, we're actually on a same level playing field, play me in COD. All these people that want to fade me, they want to fade me on a fighting game. As you guys know, I'm new to fighting games. So you beating me in a fighting game doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove nothing, actually. I would expect a player that's been playing since they were a kid to beat me. However, if you want to match that same energy, I suggest you get your old ass on COD. You can even bring your friends too. I don't care. And I mean that shit. I'm with it. We don't have to do 5 this time. We can do 10. I don't care. Because it seems like there's an issue with you guys throwing shade, but when someone attacks you, you guys don't want to take accountability for the things that you say. And the whole entire process of accountability is knowing where you went wrong and not trying to defend the person that did wrong and try to victim blame people for them being there or being present. Right? Because it seems like people like to victim blame now. Right? It seems like people like to victim blame. So when it came to that person with that picture of them, they put that out there in a general chat. That's for everyone to see if they were to join said server. Not in any DMs, not in anything private. That was in public. So I need you to understand, if you talk to me in public, expect me to give a response out in public. I don't talk to you people. I mind my business. As I've said, I mind my business. I have plenty of other things to do in life. However, I won't tolerate your disrespect.
Especially if
because you
someone
want to know
wasn't talking
something? Exactly. Especially if someone wasn't talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Please, stay out of the conversation that does not concern you. You do not like me. Don't interact with me. Don't talk about me. I don't talk about you people every day. I really don't. Whether you want to scrounge up info of me, like, doing shit like that, okay. Because I do talk shit. I'll say that. I do talk shit. Because you guys talk shit, though.
I talk shit.
I reciprocate energy. I'm big on reciprocating energy. And no one's ever going to make me feel bad for reciprocating energy.
All the time. Never.
If you don't like how I talk to you, I suggest you watch how you talk to me.
Respectfully.
Truth, noob.
That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
Don't talk shit to me. Don't talk shit to me. Don't talk about me. Don't talk indirectly about me. Don't do none of that. Keep my friends' names out of your mouth. I don't talk shit about your friends. Keep the names out of my mouth. Because best believe, if you talk shit about them in front of me, I'm going to let them know. You're going to get talked to.
Thank you again, Turtle. So, before I close this and everybody goes on with their night, does anybody have any final words before I get to mine?
I'll go real quick before I get off.
Yes.
As much as people say the internet is not a real place, to be so chronically online, it's laughable. Because when every time something happens within that server, it ain't none of us. It ain't Turtle starting it. It ain't Zay starting it. It ain't me starting it. It ain't nobody. It's one or two people always going off, trying to start it with somebody. That's all it is. Anybody can be mind their own business. Just go off. Just going off, like just crazy on people. Bro, a modship doesn't mean anything to me. I'm a mod, I'm an admin in servers. Like, I don't care about that because I have other stuff to do. For you to say that, for people to say that they have too much time in their lives to do other things, working and whatever, they don't have time to just be online and doing this and that. Y'all sure are chronically online. Y'all sure online, more than most people. And it's just it's crazy. But you can't have civil conversations with people. You can't be civil because there's so much anger in your heart that you want to talk down on people. When in reality, whatever is going on in your life, I don't care what it is, you have no right to talk down on others. But you hang around with people that talk about others. And in reality, y'all all are talking about each other. But you don't want to talk about that. You don't want to address that elephant in the room. Because you know it's true. Deep down in your hardest of hearts, y'all talk about each other. And just the whole, you can play ignorant to it. Well, not that I know of. My friends don't talk about me and da-da-da. You think they're going to tell you that they talk about you? You think they're going to tell you of the dumb stuff that they do on a regular basis, embarrassing themselves? In turn, embarrassing you because you associate yourself with them? So that's why I'm just like, you got to start looking inward. Get offline. Go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy your life. I understand the internet is forever. Like, we meet a lot of great people online. We meet a lot of terrible people online. But just don't be a hypocrite. Like, the whole if you feel a way about getting lumped in with others, that's a you problem. So when I said that if you got looped in with racist and homophobic people, but you didn't address that. So like, your friend, your buddies still haven't apologized for what he said. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Grow up, do all this, do whatever. Quit victim blame. Like, quit just thinking that you're better than people because you're not. And it's not just you. It's a lot of people that think they are better than others when their own life is so terrible that they have to have some type of outlet. So don't sit here and just think. So when we had that whole conversation, that whole argument, you think I was worried about that the whole day? No. When I said my piece, I was done with it. When I said that long message to you, that was it. You didn't respond back. And that's fine. I don't want you to respond back. I'm not gonna be seething thinking about it that you didn't respond back to me. No, I'm not. There's other stuff to do. You talking about traveling? Yeah, I'm traveling too. I'm enjoying myself this weekend. But this needed to be addressed because this whole come to my DMs, you're not getting that satisfaction. Because you're probably gonna want to play it to your friends who's like, oh look, such and such came in here. This is what they were saying. Like, no, you don't get that satisfaction. Your ego is too big for your own doing. I knew you were on that weirdo stuff when you victim blamed Jasmine for that whole entire thing with Six, saying that it was basically her fault. You said that to her brother. Do you not know how crazy that is? Yes, she could have left, but at the same time, she was still being harassed. But you saying that it's her fault because she could have left. She could have ignored it. No, it doesn't work like that. You say you're an advocate for all these people when they're getting doxxed. You don't care about nobody. You just do this to stroke your own ego. That's all it is. You're not a good person. The people you hang around are not good people. So this whole, you come to my DMs, it's 7:47 where I'm at. All that happened was this morning. Ergo has yet to get a response from you. So what are we doing? And that's all I got to say. Y'all have a great night. I'm finna get off for the night. Finish up eating with my friends. Y'all have a good one. Everybody in the chat, just enjoy yourselves. Just be happy. Just live your lives. Like, don't be on the internet all the time. Y'all have a good one.
Damn, who let Chef Vaughn in the kitchen?
Right. I'm at a loss of words. I had to do a tick fight. Like, is this, I said, is that Vontae? Hello? Is that you?
Like, and I was respectful with everything that I've said, and with apologizing to certain people. And like I said in the beginning, I apologize to absolutely nobody except the people that I apologize to direct. Be my fellow mod ship, because as you see, certain women, that's how a mod works. If you're gonna say in the personal chat, if anyone has any problems, please come to me. Yet, let me pull up my direct message that I sent to you currently 7 hours ago at 11:33 a.m. And I quote said, "So are we going to talk, or are you just gonna let this message rot for your entire life? What are we doing? You don't care about anybody. You thrive off this certain stuff. You enjoy it. You want to feel like you're wanted, but in reality, bitch, you ain't nothing." And that's on 100. But at the end of the day, also to the other person who added me, respectfully, come in my DMs. They're not private. Everything's open. I don't care. Speak to me. I will talk to you one-on-one. We can either talk this out, be like civilized adults, but no, you want to get your mommy milker of a mod in the server to fight your battles for you and personally ban me as I'm writing in the middle of the sentence explaining myself. So really, who is the big person? Also, please, for love of God, fix your damn comb over. And for the host of that server, I am sorry for that. You are the GOAT. But teach a certain mod how to do their job, because they don't know what they're doing. But if you're gonna beg for a mod and become a mod and not do what you want to do, yeah, you might need a new career, shawty.
Just gotta correct one thing. That man is no go. He is not even in the mount. He ain't even in the top 10 of goats when it comes to streaming. We can't put goat and that dude in the same sentence. We keep that's last.
Look, bro. At least I beat the I paid for my mod allegations. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, talking about goat, what a Billy Goat.
Look. I just gotta say one thing. If you have to pay for a mod, you have a sad life. I'm sorry. It's true though. You're giving money to another person to have power. You're sad. You are sad.
Remember, mod is a DLC character.
That's not funny. I'm sorry. Ergo, shame on you. Ergo, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Bro, we went from having the chef in the kitchen to the sous chef just being like, "I got you, chef."
Prodigy, do you have any final words you would like to say?
Sure, why not? Well, if y'all kick it with your boy Zay and all of us, through this very long ordeal, we just want to say thank y'all. We want to thank y'all for rocking with us. We also want to say thank you for supporting Zay. You know what I'm saying? Even being here, as we greatly appreciate it. Make sure y'all sub. Make sure you hit the like button. Road to 700 subs. Come on now, let's get them there. If I have any last words to say to these Jeepers Creepers rejects, it would only be a few things. One of them being, and this is the most important one, accountability. You need to take accountability, man. Now, I know that's a big word for y'all. Webster's dictionary might not help y'all. Maybe the regular dictionary might not work, y'all. We understand when you don't know what that word means. It basically means, and I'm gonna put it in a way you understand. It means own up to your shit, man. Own that shit. Don't try to deflect and use a strawman fallacy. Oh wait, hold on, that's a big word. My fault. I didn't mean to use a big word. Let me dumb it down. Don't try and twist logical things, you know what I'm saying, and misrepresent facts to make it simpler to attack an argument. Okay, attack the argument directly. I don't know if y'all know what directly means, because I know y'all used to using the shadows and shit, but I'm just saying, be direct and take accountability. And please, no hypocrisy, please. We don't do that here. No hypocrisy. I'm pretty sure you know what you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. Yes, you behind that screen. I'm talking to you. You know what that word means. You know what that word means. Don't be a hypocrite. But so all you lovely people in the stream,
for the love of...
that's it from me. That's it from your boy Prodigy. That's all I have to say. And I'm gonna leave the floor to someone else.
This is my last thing that I'm going to say to a fellow viewership and people. If you're going to use strong words such as doxing, I suggest that you possibly, like as Prodigy said, look up the true definition of doxing somebody, which is publishing their personal information, as in their name, address, bank account, or any of that sort. Don't automatically accuse somebody of using a post of a selfie that they have on social media that can be viewed on all platforms as an accusation of doxing. That's not doxing. You're just trying to use big words. And also, I might throw a little bit of shade, but to another certain somebody that I've only just met a couple of days ago, and being in a certain VC on how you speak and how I spoken to you yesterday, being more direct, as in whooping people's ass in certain games. My brother in Christ, you're 33 years old and I'm fixing your fucking grammar. You are older than me. And to a certain other lady that I just met today, I can see that you definitely have no backbone and you cannot back anything up. But I hope your Twitch gets unsuspended one day.
Sorry. Sorry, I gotta laugh.
Yo, you know what? I'm sorry. I know we're trying to wrap up the stream, make it nice and a little pretty. I just gotta go off that. I really hope you don't get your Twitch back. You don't deserve it. Get a job. Go to your 9 to 5. Go get a job. You don't need Twitch. What you need is a social life. Actually, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm sorry, guys.
But please like and subscribe to Seizo Bougie. Click that notification button. Get daily updates. He's your boy.
Yay.
If you subscribe, we will give you $1. If you subscribe, we will send you $1 in the mail. You'll get $1, a piece of bread, maybe a little bit of lettuce. I don't know yet, but you will get something if you subscribe. Road to 700. At 700, we gonna give you $1. Hey, look, right there. You see? If you subscribe and we get to 700, we will send you a McDonald's cheeseburger. We don't know how it'll be at the end of the shipping, but you will get a McDonald's cheeseburger. We got you. Please subscribe.
Yeah, I donated
No, Your Majesty, you
I
may
have
take
like
the floor.
5 sheets of lettuce.
No, Your Majesty,
I believe I'm owed
Okay.
like 5 pieces of lettuce.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can invite me. No, bro.
Okay.
Ugh.
Turtle, do you have any final words
Stop.
before I wrap up?
Yeah, so I do. Once again, Understand that these are the rules of engagement. Like, you guys literally need to understand that if you talk to somebody and you come at them sideways, expect a response similar to that nature. You give out what you get. I shouldn't have to be telling you this. Half of the people that I be talking to and that I'm kind of arguing with are people that are significantly older than me or just older than me, if not, or with one person being the same age as me. Like I said, I have no problem with anybody. I try to be nice to people. I try to be amicable with people. I don't have to use a big word. If you don't know what that is, look it up in a dictionary. Right? There's a issue with people not wanting to understand where they have fucked up. Because best believe, your shit stinks too. And again, like I have said, the same, like Ergo said, there's no doxing. No private information of any sort was given out. It was from a post used that someone posted in a certain server. Like, I think people need to understand that what you give out, what you put online, it's there forever, bro. It's there forever. Like it just is. Like, digital footprint goes crazy. Again, I don't interact with y'all. I try to make myself scarce in that server. I try to keep the beef at a minimum. If anything, there wouldn't have been a problem if people actually agreed to ends of agreements and understood that not everything is I'm going to read your mind. And accountability goes both ways. I shouldn't have to tell you where you went wrong, and I shouldn't have to pull teeth to make you understand where you went wrong. If you know you messed up, hold it. Because best believe the way some of you people move when it comes to when people like us fuck up, best believe we're gonna hold it to you guys when you guys fuck up. I don't support none of that shit, bro. I don't support none of that shit. I am not with I'm not with you guys. I don't talk to you guys. I'm not jolly buddy with you guys. I don't hit you guys up in DMs. I don't talk to you people. I don't interact with you people. We share a server. I block some of you people, so I don't have to interact with you. Yet you guys still keep that my name is still in y'all's mouths. Please stop talking about me. Please. I don't talk to y'all. I keep it amicable. I keep it cordial. I keep it civil. But I don't need to be buddy with you people. I can't be nice to y'all anymore. I really can't. You guys don't understand what being part of a lie means, being complicit in a lie. You don't want to even take accountability for being part of a lie. You don't want to take accountability for spreading misinformation about people, unless it's you. One of y'all have actually clearly stated that if it doesn't affect one of y'all, you don't really care. You don't feel obligated to help. It's an opportunist thing. It seems like you guys want to control a narrative. There is no narrative. This is just Discord. I'm here to vibe. I have no problems with people. I try not to. I stay clear of myself. I do what I have to do. I'm in school. I do rugby. I do all that nonsense, bro. I have a job. I have obligations in life. However, like you guys have told, like people on my side have told me, and how you guys have tried to tell me that there were plenty of ways to go about this differently, guess what? There's a different way to go about this one too. And I'll say it. Because what are you gonna tell me? This one's different? You guys still have yet to apologize about putting a lie out on my name. You guys still have yet to apologize for putting a lie out on my name. You guys still have yet to do something like that. Putting lies out on my name and shit. Oh yeah, we could be complicit in that though. Be complicit in lies. Like, don't forget, your shit stinks. Your shit doesn't smell like roses. Your shit stinks, bro. You are guilty as well. We are not perfect. None of us in here are perfect. We are flawed. But the thing is, this is the the things between me and you is that I can actually call out what my flaws are and hold them and accept that I fucked up. You can't. Just leave it at that. And just like I said, if you guys have any issues with me, you guys know where I'm at. You guys know where my DMs are at. If I blocked you, it was for a reason. But for the most part, you know where my DMs are at. You know where my DMs are at. Right? So if you don't like me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Don't say it. You don't fuck with me. Don't say shit. Don't say shit about me. Because if you say shit about me, I'm gonna talk to you. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, Zay.
Thank you, Turtle, for your lovely words. So, to wrap it up, guys, they kind of explained everything how I felt. So yeah, it's just the words are accountability, double standards, bullshit, ugly, hypocrisy, stonewalling. You know what? I'm going too big. Sorry. We'll just leave it there, right?
I use them big words. They got a thesaurus. I got some fucking hair in my mouth. They got a fucking thesaurus.
Well, right, but I
use
just
them big words. Nah. Use them big words.
no. I'm trying.
Oh,
No.
Turtle, you don't understand. They can't comprehend big words. This is why we break it down for them. What are you talking about?
Like they told me that's a them problem. Them problem, not a us problem, a them problem. Okay.
Okay, yes. Turtle is right on that, right? But I just wanted to say those words, right? If, like, as Turtle said, if you don't know what those words mean, you can look them up, right? But I hope that you guys now see where we're all coming from. You know, there are receipts to prove all of this. We don't play the Chapman, what did you just say? Oh, I'll look at that and say. We don't. We don't.
And also I'm the recent receipt. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So we don't tolerate the BS, right? We're the people who are gonna clap back, right? For me, it's like, you get from me what you give to me. If you give me a bitch, you're gonna get the bitch. If you give me respect, you're gonna get respect. That's how pretty much how we all are, right? If you come at them, they're gonna come at you, right? Now, you may not like what they say because a lot of us in here have reckless mouths. I just think one is worse than the other, right? Because some people in here in this VC right now have said some crazy shit. But that's another story, including myself. I'm not a saint. You know, I've said some stuff, but I always take accountability, and everybody in here takes accountability for what they say and do. That's why it's a respect thing. That's why it's a love thing. Whenever I have issues with these people, I'm in their DMs. No one in here can ever say I brought it to any side of the other side, because I'm not like that, right? Any issues I've ever had, they go straight to the DMs. Right? So what we're not gonna do is do that, right? You're not gonna victim blame anybody. Okay? Now, there's a song that I want everyone to listen to. Are you guys familiar with Mariah Carey? Oh, of course you are. There's a song called GTFO. I'm pretty sure you guys should know what GTFO stands for, right? It's a wonderful song. I listen to it, not every day, but I listen to it when it needs to be listened to. The song, she's referring to like an ex-lover, but what's so iconic, what's so amazing, what's so legendary, what's so sickening about that song is you can apply it to friends, enemies, just in general. It's a really, really good song. Again, GTFO by Mariah Carey. I suggest everybody listen to it. So with that being said, I'm going to end. I hope everybody enjoyed this lovely talk about accountability, double standards, e-tech. And hopefully we won't have to do this anymore because, like I said, I'm a person that reciprocates energy just like everybody else. I just think that maybe take it a step further because we have the receipts and they just go off of this. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys saw me doing this. So what that means, if you don't know what this means, is clock that or period or that's right. You know, so when you see me doing this, that's what that means. Big shout out to Lex. Thank you for stopping by. Big shout out to Bird, Vontae, Prodigy, Turtle, Ergo, Chapin. Am I forgetting anybody? Wolf, you're here as well. Big shout out to all you guys. You know, it's always love and respect from me, you know? But I do want this to stop at some point. I'm just tired of the arguing. It just hurts my feelings. Psych. Anyway, I love you guys so much. You guys stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay hydrated. Remember to keep your mental health first. And if anybody is messing with you, you send them my way because I got them hands. And my hands are rated E for everyone. Okay?
Or the booty warrior is gonna come for you.
Okay. Ignore that.
I won't yet.
Ignore.
Subscribe to Jade's channel. Subscribe to Jade's channel.
Yes, but ignore that other comment, okay? So with that being said, much love to you guys. Stay beautiful. Until next time, peace.